Hello friends and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to create your very own Badtz-Maru tapestry from the Sanrio characters. And we're going to start by chaining 17 and we're going to use a Tunisian simple stitch. So for this we're just going to turn our chains onto the back side, and if you run your fingers through the chains you'll feel little bumps, and we're going to work onto those bumps for our foundation chains or our foundation row. We're going to skip that very first bump. It corresponds to this very first loop, and this very first loop always counts as one. We're just going to insert our hook onto the very second bump. We're going to yarn over and pull. Once again, we're just going to insert our hook onto the bump, yarn over and pull. And we're just going to do this all the way down our row, and we should end up with 17 loops on our hook. Once you have all of your 17 loops on your hook, we're just going to do our return pass. That's something that's unique for the Tunisian simple stitch. We go forwards and we also go backwards within one row. We're going to yarn over and pull through that very last loop or the very first loop and pull through, and that's going to be our chain one. We're going to yarn over, we're going to pull through two of our loops, and we're just going to yarn over and pull through two of our loops and pull through two all the way down this row, and your row should look just like this. And this is a safe place to tell you that I actually cropped the original image for the Badtz-Maru pattern. Needless to say, you can always do the full pattern as it is, but I just cropped it so I can, not waste the background yarn. And now I'll show you for our second row how to do our repeat for this pattern. We're going to insert our hook onto that front loop only of our previous row. We're going to yarn over and pull. We're going to do this one more time, yarning over, pulling only onto that front loop of our previous row, always counting this loop as one. We're going to switch over onto our black yarn and we're going to do exactly the same. This is a repeat, exactly the same, only inserting our hook onto that front loop only, yarning over with our black. Once again, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over and pull. I like to move my tail back and forth so that it catches with my working yarn. That is always up to you. I just like to hide it. And we're gonna do this black yarn for 11 stitches. Just like this, and we should end up with 3 white stitches. And I just like to introduce a second cake of white yarn just so that I don't have to pick up my white yarn from all the way over here and drag it all the way over here. That just creates a little bit of a waste. And we just do exactly the same thing. We're just going to insert our hook and yarn over with our new color. And for our return pass, we're just going to yarn over and pull through that very last loop or the very first loop, whichever way you're looking at it. We're going to yarn over and pull through two, pull through two. So this is where we have a rule. So whenever you have two different color stitches on your hook, you always use that second color stitch to pull through. We're going to drop our white. We're going to pick up our black or our second color stitch. We're going to yarn over, pull through that white, and pull through that black. We're going to yarn over and pull through two, all the way until you reach that scenario that I just told you about. Again, right here we have two different color stitches on our hook. The first one and the second one, we always use that second one to pull through. In this case, we're using our black one. We're going to drop it. We're going to pick up our white, yarn over, pull through that black, and through that very first white stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through two, and pull through two. And your second row should look just like this. And this is actually where I leave the explanation. You have everything that you need to know within these two rows: your foundation, your color change, your color introduction, your return pass. Everything that you need to know is right here on these two rows. Always down below in the description, I leave the Pinterest pin that I'm following, or of course you can always take this screenshot of the picture on screen.